Hey there, and welcome to the screencast about how to use Google as an academic source. So first and foremost, we got to talk about um, really how can we tell what's crap and what's not when it comes to Google, because Google is not like a database. So databases such as like the Gale databases, such as JSTOR, such as ProQuest, they are well sourced. You find a lot of academic journals on there, a lot of literary criticism on there, a lot of good things that are written by experts. And they're curated catalogs that are just for that type of content, where you don't really have to worry about if something is good to use in an academic project or if they're not. And then we have search engines like Google, like Yahoo, and like Bing for those rare people that use Bing. And you'll find a lot of great stuff on there too, like newspaper articles and magazines, but you will also find things that might not be so credible, like blog posts, study sites, social media posts, and more. So you really have to sift through what I like to call crap. And I'll talk about the crap test that I have in a little bit. But as we go through here, just a general rule, if you're evaluating sources that you find on Google, immediately anything with SparkNotes, eNotes, Prezi, Wikipedia, these are not good sites to use in an academic project. Wikipedia itself is fun to use if you want to look at the history of, let's say, like Ryan Reynolds' movies careers, but not if you want to actually cite information for a project. Things that you can pretty much rely on are things with an .edu extension, a .org, a .gov. These are backed by educational institutions, by organizations, by the government, newspapers, magazines, news outlets, things like the New York Times, Time Magazine, generally pretty safe to use. For everything else, I have something called the CRAP test. The CRAP test is an acronym. It stands for C is for currency, is the information up to date. R is relevancy, is the information suitable for the project. Authority is can you determine if who the author or creator is? Is there an author's name written on there somewhere? Can you see who published it? Usually anything that's credible will have someone's name on it. And then purpose, what is the intent of the website? Is it to inform you? Is it to educate you? Or is it to clickbait you and get your ad money? So let's just do a quick search. And let me jump into actually the CRAP test form, which I have in the notes in the description down below. And really, again, it's these notes right here. And this is where you drop your link to your article. And this is where you would check off whether it has these things. So if an article can't check off at least 3 of these boxes, if you can't determine where these are, or you can't determine this in an article, you shouldn't use it for your project. Depending on the project, currency may be really, really important, or it may not. So for example, I'm doing a literature project where I'm trying to find academic sources for the short story I read called The Monkey's Paw, and currency may not be the focus here because some of the criticism written could have been in like the 1930s and it will still hold up. But if you're doing a more science-oriented project, something on climate change or more like social science type stuff, it might be more relevant to get something that is up to date as opposed to something that's not. So I'm going to jump into Google here. And I'm just going to type in, you can already see I wrote something here, the monkey's paw and criticism. You don't have to be so exact with keywords and stuff in here because Google has AI built into it where it will kind of read, kind of determine what you're doing. So as I come down here, I could already see like studycorgi.com. That to me says like it's a study site. I have here like interestingliterature.com, so a short analysis of W.W. Jacobs. So as I come here, right off the bat, this site looks like it's made by someone who's not professional. And I could see that, they're talking about my story here, but I'm not 100% thrilled with this site. So something I always like to do is go to the About section just to determine what this site is about. And this kind of goes into that authority portion of, can you determine the author, creator, or what is the intent of the website? So as I come in here, I am, let me go down into there. Okay, so welcome to Interesting Literature, an online library of all the most interesting, captivating literature out there. About This by Dr. Oliver, lecturer in English at Marlborough University and a freelance writer. It takes cue from the likes of classical author. Okay, cool. Aim is simple. Little unknown facts about the world of books. Okay, so it seems like this person has been writing, has been featured and cited among these articles. It's done by a doctor in the field. This seems like something that I can actually use. Initially, I thought by looking at it that it wasn't something that I could use, but as I'm going in and I'm seeing who wrote it and all of that stuff, it actually looks like something I might be able to use. I can see who this person is. I could even Google this person further just to make sure, but it seems like they're working at a university. They're a doctor in the field. This might be something good to use. So let me just go back here. And as I go through, I'm going to go to, let's see, Spark Notes, obviously no, Rotten Tomatoes, no, GradeFixer.no. A lot of these different things here are things that I could just kind of like see. IMDb, no, ILP.org. So let's see what this is. Monkey's Paw. Okay, it looks like I have to might hate this or join up for something. Already this is going to be something I don't want to use. So this is pretty much the way you have to encounter Google articles and the way that you have to kind of see different things in here. And always use this test as a way to mark off whether or not something is crap or whether something is not. So I hope this helps if you need to use Google as a source, if you need to pad out some of the things here. Okay, take care.